Welcome back to the MegaMan X Dos playthrough. Today we are going to tackle Bubble Crab and probably fight 3 or 4 more Mavericks. I forget. Yeah, and anywho, going back to the topic of the X Hunters, you have to beat. You can't just leave all of them hanging around forever. You do need to beat the X Hunters within a certain amount of time. And what I mean by that is amount of Mavericks you beat. Like if you wait until like after you beat like 4 Mavericks or so before taking on the first one. I forget how long it is actually. One of them will start disappearing and it will go on consecutively and you won't be able to fight it. So yeah, you have to quickly go out of your way and do it.
Yeah, I never noticed that in my first playthrough because I went for all the hunters in my first one, so I never noticed them starting to disappear. That's at least a good tidbit. Like in this stage, for example, if you had the X Hunter appear here, you need to actually beat this fish, kill it, and that's when the hunter will appear. If you go to the base where this fish is and it's still alive, the hunter will not appear. They need to kill that thing.
I think I chose this stage by accident, and I was wanting to go to Overdrive Ostrich because the Sonic Slicer rapes that fish really easily. So
yeah, it does. It destroys the thing pretty dang fast. Although sometimes I just go with charge shots because I keep on missing with the Sonic Slicer.
Darn it.
It is powerful, that's for sure.
I do admit right here, this jump's pretty hard to make because you gotta get your side jumping just right. Where that water rocket, physics, one of those, it's pretty much just at this perfect spot. And you don't know where it is sometimes, so yeah. It is a really hard jump.
Fittingly, to fill up this space, we could talk about the theme music for Bubble Crab Stage, which is actually one of the few tracks that is reused in another Mega Man X game. It's reused for Duff McWhalen in X6, is it? Or X5? 5, okay.
That's like that's like one of my top 5 least favorite Mega Man X stages. I hate that stage so much. Even
so, the Mavericks name is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
That doesn't mean I qualify the stage as good though.
And granted, I don't even remember this stage theme because of Bubble Crab or Duff McWhalen. I remember it because it was in a Super Mario World hack.
Oh, that's random.
ASMT for the win.
I don't even know what the heck that is.
We got Bubble Man music going on for some reason. No, Bubble Crab, actually. There's a fish, so I guess I need to read up words.
Yeah. The Super Mario thing.
It's suddenly X2 music. Okay, what? That just doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I do feel like I have heard this song somewhere else, like in a Zelda Classic Quest or something. I just don't remember where exactly.
But, Ken, just for a bit of informativeness, ASMT is a Super Mario thing. It's a Super Mario World hack that the people of the Talkhouse made for Raocow. It's got his character demo in it and stuff, and yay.
Yeah, so it's a fan made hack based around someone already who's doing
and it's ridiculously awesome.
Oh no, what, wait, what, whoa,
Yeah, because I've seen other people do that before, like, they did that for, like, Proton John and such as well.
Well, I know I'm not LPing it then.
I'm not LPing any Mario ROM hack simply because...
Well, ASMT is very difficult, that is a fact.
I'm gonna drown. Drowning's not nice. Why are there so many chickens crossing this road? It's not much of a road, though. I am dead. Holy banana bob. George and friends and family. Okay, so...
Well, it's not so much that, it's just that all the popular guys have LP'd it already, so...
Well, that's the thing. The hack was made for Raocow. No one is going to do a better job with that hack than Raocow.
Yeah, especially because of his main catering to him. Except
for Pink Kitty Rose, who did a deathless run. That's still... Props to her. Anyway, Bubble Crab.
Yes, Bubble Crab is, like, really just designed for the pea shooter. I mean, if you're good enough with the pea shooter, you can actually beat him without actually him actually doing damage to you. Oh, so yeah. It's a good way for a perfect run. So yeah.
He also kind of has Toadmanitis because all he really does is shoot and jump.
If you're using his weakness, which is the Wheel Gator weapon, then you can pop his balloon pretty easy. You just need one Wheel Gator shot. It's kind of hard to aim with the thing though, because if you're not dropping right above his head, and it rolls into him the second time, you're not doing too much damage.
Granted, his own pincer attack cuts right through the bubble, so...
Yeah, that's true.
If you pace yourself enough, you shouldn't have to use that. And that crab's going for a kamikaze attack.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Yes.
In fact, since I don't go after the X hunters in this playthrough, you actually will notice that some of the hunters will start disappearing off the map as we progress through the game.
Pretty much, and we already stated, like, the real differences between not going for the hunters and going for them besides the boss is pretty much just different dialogue.
Bubble Splash is
It's
awesome.
indeed.
It is awesome if you're using it for a secondary charge purposes.
Yeah, it is. And speaking of which, Bubble Crab stage is like one of the only stages in the game you actually have to go right back to, because there is actually an energy tank you need to grab there, and the only way you can is with a charged up version of that weapon. It's kind of stupid if you ask me, but I do that a lot in the X games.
It's the only stage in the entire game I go back to after afterwards to get something, or at all, really. So
Pretty much required, mind you.
Hmm.
Oh, and this stage right here is, like, in my opinion, the best stage if you need to grind lives, because if you come up here, besides getting that E-tank, if you go all the way to the far right, there's an extra life sitting right up there.
Yeah, I could see its chin.
Like down
Yeah.
here. There's an extra life right over to this segment. Yeah, right there. That's really easy to get. So it's like the perfect level to life grind, too.
I don't know. I've never been able to get it without dying.
I like this level, but I feel like it's a little too short-lived.
Well, Marley, if you feel like you're gonna die and you already beat the stage, just go ahead, pause the game, and quit. That's what I do.
Well, that's the thing I'm talking more so about first time through the stage.
So
Yeah,
I
first
don't know
time.
if that's because I'm raping it easily, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and right here, I don't know how you're supposed to get to that without using the charged up version of this boss's weakness and an air dash. I can never get to that extra life unless I'm using both of those techniques.
I never
And
cared
right
to get it.
that, the Sonic Slicer too, because you kill these
Pink
like
MegaMan.
these flying squirrel robots with the
It's the
Sonic
power of
Slicer.
pink.
Okay.
Pink is the new blue.
Okay, over here.
Bomb.
There you go. Yeah, these things are pretty annoying.
Super
You're
fighting
definitely-
robots. Da-na-na-na, Magenta Man.
Thank you, muchacho.
It's like it looks weird in the screen catcher because it's lasting longer than it should. Like that, for example. is
Magenta Man.
Excuse me, I'm feeling very pink today. Okay, sorry, I need to go.
I am the lilac bomber.
Somehow I fixed that for a brief moment by going into pause menu.
I know. Well, that's the one thing. Camtasia's kind of inconsistent with things, but not the best
Sometimes,
for
yes.
games. It's not the best for games because of that, but it works.
It's hilarious when that doesn't happen with a
Perhaps
Game Boy Advance
supposedly
port
better,
of an
though.
SNES game.
Oh yeah, because it records the game at full uncompressed frame rate. But you gotta have a pretty powerful machine to do that with a lot of games. Emulator's sake, it works perfectly fine, but PC games, it depends on your machine.
Depends. It depends on the game as well.
Yeah.
How much?
Although I noticed I
it
tried to
triggers.
record like Visual Boy Advance with fraps, and I'm getting weird audio glitches. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I'm trying to fix that. I haven't really found any
Camtasia is
fix.
like practically built for Virtual Boy. It runs perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Well,
Visual Boy Advance
I
works
tried
perfectly with.
on Yellow the other day from there, and I just figured I got.
It's built for Virtual Boy. All of the redness can.
Oh boy, I don't
Wait, I
want
didn't
to
catch that. The redness? What?
You said
You said Virtual Boy, not Visual Boy Advance.
Oh.
I think we stated this once before in a commentary.
Yes.
Oh
but
my
I
God.
tried
It starts
using-
with a V. I don't care.
No, it's a common mistake. I tried using Camtasia with Visual Boy, but I couldn't get that great of a frame rate, so I had to do the direct stream right off of my Wii instead, because I was having so many issues with fraps on it, so... Yep, Wii emulator it is.
Oh,
Mind
anyway,
you,
speaking
the
of...
advance on that system is not that good either, because it has a lot of sound issues, and... Yeah, thanks for skipping the weapon.
Yeah. Speaking of whoops, you know how you were talking about emulators and such, right? Well,
We
there's actually a really
I noticed
really
right there.
weird combination that...
Can one of you speak at? Can you not speak at the exact same time? I understood none of that.
You know, I wanted to bring this up because we just noticed on the map screen, your point about the rabbit, the X-Hunters disappearing, just was apparent right there. So now I know what you mean. They disappear after a couple different fights if you don't go after them right away.
But anywho, as I was saying, there is a really odd ROM glitch, and I want everybody to pay real close attention. Actually, it doesn't really require that much attention at all. Watch in the next 5 seconds.
Where'd the bridge go? What the hell?
Well,
I think the game forgot to load something. In fact, the bridge texture is kind of there. You can kind of notice that weird little stick popping out.
And then it's like, these guys knew that the bridge wouldn't exist, so...
I think that might be
here, you can actually find this. So yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a ZSNES issue though, because I used the SNES 9X emulator and the Wii to try this game at one point. That didn't happen. So I think it's just a SNES emulator.
No, because this is my second time LPing this, because I LP'd this once before, but that was with Crappy Camp Studio, and yeah, I wanted to redo it for God's sake. The good sake of, well, better frame rate, of course, but
yeah,
it was like that too in that playthrough. So
Ken, the bridge, it might actually be a problem physically with the ROM that you have. It may be that it was a bad rip. A bit like, you know, those whole zero mission can't shoot up type thing. Because...
see if I can get you a better rip later if that's the case, but like I said, try a different emulator and see if that happens too. Because I didn't notice that in SNES 9X. So, maybe try that. If it's not there, then it might just be an emulator thing too. Because I know sometimes I play certain games on ZSNES, I can't even say the name, ZSNES.
ZSNES.
And it's pretty much completely screws up the game, but then I play on a different one, it's perfect. So, it's really hard to say.
I know you're supposed to use the freaking jet ski or whatever to get in there, but I've never been good enough to use it, so I just do that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get over.
Why did you go to get the extra life just to die?
Well, if I was backtracking to the stage, I just use the pause glitch and then like go back. Well, it's not so much a glitch. I just pause and then go right back to the stage screen.
Yeah, it's just having really good timing with it. Right before you die, pause the game. But yeah, it's really hard to get the bike over there, so don't blame you. I've only done it, I think, twice. I usually have to do what you just did there and use the flame burner and air dash.
So yeah, next part, we fight the Maverick.
No, we don't. We fight him now.
Really? Because my video just sort of reset it.
That's a YouTube player glitch.
Yeah. Fighting overdrive Austrians, look at him going through the background.
I always say, if you have the videos on your computer, just watch them there.
Poor Ken can't even remember how long his videos are. 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 16, 12, 17, 12, 18, 12, 19, 12, 20.
It's a good thing we're at the end.
Welcome back, YouTube shenanigans. I hate you.
12:28. Is that good enough?
That's pretty good.
That's actually, yeah, pretty dang close, so, yeah. I usually fight Ostrich here, though, using the Buster as well, but if you use his weakness with Crystal Snail's weapon, then you pretty much have a very easy time against him. Because he also some Toadman syndrome.
Yeah, because like that's when that happened, I was like, oh wait, I thought I had the boss fight in this video.
Yeah, no, you do. It's just that's something we've been getting as of late again.
I was really wishing that never come back, ever. It is the bane of my existence.
I figured it would because YouTube really fixes their issues with that.
Yep.
And that is why I wish Google never bought YouTube.
Well, they gotta stop focusing on their layout and start focusing on their main glitches. They still haven't fixed the 300 view glitch on the first day yet, and that's been around for how many years now?
What about the view glitch that we had the other day where it wasn't even counting views for anyone who wasn't popular over a certain subscriber and view count?
Or one time where it pretty much jacked up one video view once in a while to insane amounts. And then the next day it's like 5 views for the next video. I don't even know. I think that's a good
What about the time that my comment section said I had 1,276 messages?
Same here. I got that a lot. I still got the picture for it.
Next part.
Yeah.
Less off topic, more we do this. Yes, good. We are ready.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Starting after Pingus. 3, 2,
Snoop.
1.
Jesus, pardon me.
Pingus.
No, that doesn't count.
Alright, let's start over.
That does not count, man. When I got something in my
3, 2, Snoop, 1, up, big pause, Pingus. Countdowns? What are those?
Countdowns, apparently they have a lot of Pingus burpings. I don't want to know either.
Also, this Maverick, His stage theme is one of the only stage themes that's actually been reused in another X game.
Yeah, true.
Because it's reused for Duff McWhalen.
Darn it, my video froze. YouTube!
Well,
And that's why if you are the one recording the game, pretty much just watch it off your computer.
Where are we at?
132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138.
Hurry up,
Leap of
stupid
faith!
Nope.
Can we start over? Because it's taking forever.
Okay.
No, moving on. Nah, we'll just start over. You're just doing it because of the bloopers, aren't you?
Ba-ba-da-bow, yes.
3, 2, Pangus, what?
3, 2, 1, promotion!
I gotta stop calling your R, dude. Well, I guess
These bloopers are gonna be fun.
counteracts my claim before I said, oh, we don't need to let our videos buffer anymore because they all should be buffered. It looks like it didn't happen.
Looper seems to have recycled himself as armament. That's pretty great. Okay, so where there's coin, there's life. But there's not life. But you know where there is life, there is anti-death. I guess that's something you need to remember sometimes. Oh man, I wonder what this song is from.